What's going on, guys? It's me, BugCoolZ here, back with a new type of video for you today. What kind of video is it, you may ask? Well, that starts with a bit of a backstory. So, as of posting this, it is my first year in college, and I had an awesome English class with a pretty awesome English teacher. In this class, we talked about the writing process a lot, and how to properly write using the writing process. Reading papers on how no one can write and how to write a shitty first draft. So, for my last project in this English class, she told us to come up with a different type of project explaining the writing process. So I thought it'd be a great idea to try a new type of video for all you lovely people. To start off this informational side of the video, we need to start with what exactly is the writing process. Well, the definition of the writing process, according to macmillandiction.com, is an approach to teaching writing that focuses on creative process of producing a text, and from a source that isn't as valued, Wikipedia. And Wikipedia states, the writing process is a series of actions that writers take in the course of producing a text that satisfies their purpose and the expectations of their readers. It is a key term to teaching writing. These actions are pre-writing, thinking of your ideas and organizing them for your topic, drafting, creating a rough draft of your piece, revising, which is fixing up your rough draft, editing, which is proofreading your revision of your rough draft and getting the rest of the kinks out, and finally, publishing, which is your final copy you publish or turn into your teacher. With that out of the way, we see the writing process, by definition, should look like this. But in reality, it actually looks like this. You know, that drawing you drew in kindergarten that you said was a cat. No, wait. You said it was a dog. No, it's your mom. It's something. Because unless you're a God-gifted artist, it's really just a blur that you're not able to tell what you were drawing at all. That is how the writing process is for most, actually. Some lucky ducks can follow that straight line, but if you're like me, that doesn't really work. So how can you use the writing process and get a great paper? Well, you take creative liberties and make your own writing process based on these steps. Some may work really well, some may not. For some people, they write 2 to 5 rough drafts, with the first being a shitty draft, and they puke every word out onto that page, and slowly get rid of the unnecessary writings they wrote. Others write completely different papers and somehow manage to merge the two. There are a million ways to go about it. So, instead of saying what others do, I'm going to explain what I do for my writing process, and I hope this video jogs your thinking and helps you create your own writing process. To start off my writing process, I find a topic that I find interesting or that I can tolerate enough to do a lot of research about. And I find research for it for at least a day. Once I feel like I have enough information, I start my first draft. For my first draft, I actually don't write. I usually let my phone or my computer do the writing for me. I turn on talk to text and start ranting, going on tangents and spewing out all of my words from my head to get at least a few pages on my information that truly stood out to me. Sometimes the information will be the sole topic of my paper and have super helpful information, while other times I get sidetracked and rant about how baking cookies is like life. Man, cookies. If you don't explore and try new things, life may be sweet, but you'll never know what you're missing. Like that chocolate macadamia nut cookie from Subway. Oh, anyways, being completely honest, the talk-to-text feature is how I got the rough draft of this transcript for this video. After I get all of my words out onto the paper using talk-to-text, I normally call it a day, because if I overdo anything, especially working on a paper, I will no longer want to do it, and I will procrastinate and be burnt out. The next day, I read all the information I said the day prior to see if it is salvageable. If it isn't, I scrap the first draft and I redo the process, keeping the paper, hoping I can maybe salvage some of it, like maybe a sentence or two, really. But if it's good, I now start to type, adding citations and sources to show that what I was talking about can truly be proven and prove my point. This phase is my revising and editing, because they are about the same and merge into one another, since my paper is mainly talk-to-text. After I fix all the grammatical mistakes that are caused when you use talk-to-text, and sometimes rearranging the information to make it fit in a better order and removing some of the random rants I have, I normally have someone proofread my paper and see if it makes enough sense. And if they like it, and they can tell where it's going, I'll keep it. But if they have any advice for me to change stuff and how I can fix my paper, I will always take that. So this process can take several days, and each day I reread my paper to see if it still makes sense to myself and still sounds as brilliant as I want it to. After I have fixed every uncapitalized I and every punctuation error and all that stuff, I reread it for one final time. And if it is good, I send it to my teacher, hoping that they appreciate it and like my writing. At this time, I have at least read my paper 4 to 5 times, if not more, to make sure I am completely happy with it. And in the end, it's as simple as that for me. My writing process has always been this way, at least for a few years, especially since I got more technology. And it's getting more and more in depth as I grow. I hope this helped you on your journey to understanding the writing process and creating your own writing process. And I will see you all in the next video. Peace, guys.